Welcome to this career-related video from College Recruiter job search site, which believes that every student and recent graduate deserves a great career, and that it should be easy and inexpensive for employers to hire them. All right, let's just get right into it. If you're a student or you just graduated, you know this feeling. The blinking cursor on a totally blank page, that pressure to come up with experience when you feel like you have absolutely none. It's so common, and honestly, it can be really stressful. But here's the good news. You have way more to offer than you think. And in this explainer, we're going to show you exactly how to build a resume that really stands out, even if you've never had a formal job. So the first and most important thing we have to do is kind of shift our mindset. We've all been taught that experience means a paid 9-to-5 job, right? But that's not the whole picture. Especially for entry-level roles, employers are looking for something much, much broader. They're looking for your potential.
Let's completely redefine what we mean by relevant experience. Think about it like this. Anytime you worked on something that had a goal, or you learned a new skill, or you just proved you could get something done, that counts. That is relevant experience. See, employers hiring for these early career jobs aren't expecting a 10-year work history. They're just looking for clues that you're capable, that you're motivated, and that you can learn and grow with them.
So where do we find all this experience? Well, it's probably been hiding in plain sight this whole time. Think of these categories right here as your own personal treasure map. That big class project, the campus club you helped run, that time you volunteered for a weekend, or even a personal project you did just for fun. These are the golden nuggets we're going to use to build a really powerful resume. Okay, so you've looked back and found all these hidden gems from your past. Now, how do we actually frame them so a hiring manager gets it? Let's break down exactly how to show off what you've already accomplished. First up, your schoolwork. Seriously, do not underestimate this. That big final project or that tough research paper, it wasn't just for a grade. It was basically practice for the real world. It proves you have skills in things like research, analysis, working with a team, and, maybe most importantly, hitting a deadline. Now look at how this is worded. It's not just, I did a project. No way. It's, led a team, developed a campaign. That one single line shouts leadership, teamwork, and real practical marketing skills. And this all came from a classroom assignment. Next, let's talk about what you do outside of the classroom. Volunteering or joining a campus club shows that you have initiative, that you take on responsibility. I mean, whether you were planning events, managing a small budget, or tutoring other students, you were building real-world, transferable skills. And hey, don't just take my word for it. The data actually backs this up. A big survey from LinkedIn found that 20% of hiring managers, that's 1 out of every 5, have hired someone specifically because of their volunteer experience. It's a huge green flag for employers because it shows you're passionate and willing to step up.
Okay, this one is probably my favorite. What do you actually do in your free time? Are you building a blog? Coding a little app? Creating a portfolio of your design work? These personal projects are pure gold, because they show what you're passionate about and prove you have practical skills, all without anyone telling you to do it.
See how powerful that is? This isn't just a hobby. It's a real demonstration of a technical skill and a proactive step to build a portfolio. You're actually showing what you can do, not just talking about it. All right, so we've found our experience, but how we talk about it is just as important as what we include. I mean, the language you choose can literally be the difference between a resume that gets seen and one that gets tossed in the bin. Here is a super simple but incredibly powerful rule. Start every single bullet point on your resume with a strong action verb. This one little trick instantly makes your resume feel more dynamic and impactful. It shifts the whole focus from just listing duties to highlighting your actual achievements. Let's just look at the difference here. On the left, responsible for, it's fine. It's passive. It's a duty. But on the right, organized, now that's an action. And even better, it adds a number. It shows not just what you did, but the result of what you did. That $2,000? That's a real, tangible accomplishment. Here are just a few great examples, pulled from resources at Harvard's Career Success Center. So instead of saying you were part of a team, say you coordinated or led it. Instead of saying you looked at data, say you analyzed it. These words are all about your impact. Now, all these powerful words and amazing experiences mean absolutely nothing if your resume gets thrown out for a simple, totally avoidable reason. So what's the #1 mistake that gets an application rejected? According to Harvard's own career guides, it's spelling and grammar errors. Please proofread it. Then read it again, and then have a friend proofread it for you. And here are the other big pitfalls to watch out for. Make sure your contact info is there and it's correct. We've already talked about passive language. Keep the whole thing clean and easy to read. You have to remember, a recruiter might only look at it for a few seconds. And finally, always tailor your resume for the specific job you want. Okay, so we have our content. We have our powerful words. Now, how do we actually structure the whole document? For someone without a ton of formal work experience, the structure is absolutely key to making your strengths shine. So what does this actually look like on the page? A format like this is perfect. You start with your contact info and a quick, sharp objective statement. Then you lead with your biggest strength, your education. Put that right up top. Right after that comes your relevant experience. This is where all those projects and volunteer gigs go. And you finish up strong with a clear, easy-to-read skill section.
And there's one last crucial piece to this puzzle. Your resume is really only half the story. It should always be paired with a well-written cover letter.
This quote from Harvard's Career Center just says it all. A cover letter isn't some old-fashioned formality. It's another chance for you to make your case, to show a bit of your personality, and to directly connect all that hidden experience to what the employer is looking for. It's a huge part of the application.
So let's just bring this all home. The single most important thing to take away from this is right here on the screen. That blank page you were worried about, it's not so scary anymore, is it? Because it was never really blank to begin with.
You've led projects, you've solved problems, you've taken initiative. You have the experience. The only question left is, how are you going to tell your story? I hope that this career-related video has been helpful. It was brought to you by College Recruiter, job search site which believes that every student and recent graduate deserves a great career, and that it should be easy and inexpensive for employers to hire them.